Hello everyone and welcome to another brand new video. Today we need to talk about the Pokemon Horizons episode that aired today. And this one pretty much just continues directly off from the last one. In the last episode we ended off with Liko and Roy being pulled, well not pulled, but like they escaped the Galar Mine on this mine cart. And they're at the Pokemon Center getting their Pokemon treated. And by that time, Freed shows up. I don't know what happened with Amethio. Maybe he defeated him or whatever. But Freed is with them now. Their Pokemon, they have a little bit of food before they go back to the mine. And while doing this, Watchroll actually shows up, which is weird because he wasn't there last time. But yet he's here this time eating with everyone as if he was injured. But regardless, he's here. And I don't know why. It feels like it's been ages since we last saw Watchroll. I don't know, maybe it has been, but I feel like we haven't seen Watchroll in a long time. But he was here today, and he and Fuecoco started bickering again, which I guess makes sense. I figured, like, after just one training session, they wouldn't just become immediate friends already. So they're kind of bickering, but Sprigatito, like, kind of calms them down with the, ability it has to have this sweet scent. Not really the move itself, but just to provide this sweet scent. And so they decide that they're going to use that in combination with Leafage to calm down the Galarian Moltres that's in the mine. So they all decide to go back and do that, and they basically do. Like, there really wasn't that much in this episode. It was basically literally just calming down the Moltres, which they use by blowing the wind at it with Charizard's wings, Watchroll as well, and, just spamming Leafage, Charizard, everyone together. They end up just calming down Moltres, and it ends up going back into its Pokeball. Also, Arboliva comes back out, and Moltres actually attacks it. I was surprised because they're supposed to be teammates from Lucius, but it attacked. Maybe it's just in a rage that it just attacked Arboliva, but it came out of the Pokeball, the other mysterious Pokeball, and in the end they were able to calm down Moltres, and Terapagos appeared again out of Liko's pendant, and they saw another vision of Lucius, and Moltres finally calmed, went back to its Pokeball, which I guess Liko now has that. And by the way, can I just say, I really hope Roy gets one of these Pokemon soon, at least can carry around one of the Pokeballs, because so far the two of them they have gone to Liko, which I guess that's fine, but Lucius's whole thing, the mysterious Pokeball, that was supposed to be Roy's thing, but Liko keeps getting all the Pokeballs. I was hoping at least with this part of the plot that would be Roy's thing, but Liko has been the one getting these Pokeballs, so that's kind of annoying to me. Like, again, I really wish we could just see more focus on Roy, especially with this Pokeball thing being his thing at first. Now it's all of a sudden everything has to be Liko, but not gonna play about that today. Long story short, they basically did what they needed to do. This time, though, the interesting thing was that Terapagos didn't go back into the pendant, so that's going to lead us into the next episode where they finally meet up with Liko's grandmother, and I guess ask her about Lucius because she seems to know about him based on the preview we saw, and she also seems to know the explorers. All these people seem to be connected, which is crazy. Like, coincidentally, we happen to all just unite together and we all have this connection to each other, to Lucius, to the Pokeball, to the explorers. It's really kind of interesting. Like I said, all that is cool with me and all. I really would have hoped that most of the stuff with the Pokeball would have been more directed toward Roy, though, and that Liko could have Terapagos. I thought that was how they were going to do it, but we'll see. I'm hoping at least, since Lucius does have more Pokemon they need to get, I'm hoping the next ones will at least be in Roy's possession, just so things will be a bit more fair. But long story short, there will not be a new episode next week, but the one with Liko's grandmother will be the week after. So yeah, and also that episode, well, I don't know about that episode particularly, but we're about to start the next arc of this series. I don't know if you guys remember that this show has different arcs, and this first arc that we've been having has been called Liko and Roy Set Off, which is like the beginning of their adventure. Now we're going to be getting into the second part, which is the Terapagos Shine arc, I believe it's called, based on what I saw. It's going to be called Terapagos Shine, which I guess makes sense now that Terapagos is out of the pendant, and we are moving closer toward the time for the Indigo Disc, which is going to be focusing on Terapagos, so I guess that makes sense. So now we're going to be picking up to the second part of this series, which is good. Overall, I thought today's episode was pretty good. At least pretty decent. It wasn't like the best thing ever, but I mean, it did what it needs to do. It was pretty action-packed. That was pretty good. It wasn't boring or anything. It kind of just, to me, felt like it just went fast. It was pretty much just spamming Leafage until Moltres calmed down. So in that, it was kind of, same thing over and over, but it wasn't bad by any means. It just wasn't my favorite. But long story short, that was the episode for today. And the next arc will be starting up pretty soon. But again, next week will be a week off. And then after that will be this episode meeting up with Liko's grandmother and heading into the new arc with Terapagos. So overall, I thought the episode today was pretty good. Again, you know me, I could have done without Freed, but I guess it made sense he had to be there. Unfortunately, we're going to see more of the explorers, but we are going to see that cool looking girl with the pink hair. That girl, I like her design. I said that before. Not excited that she's an explorer, but I do like her design, so that'll be something to look forward to, I guess. But overall, let me know what you guys thought of this episode. What do you think of the arc moving forward? How are your feelings on that? Are you excited for that? Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you guys for our next video in 2 weeks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all then. Thank you!